Perfect. Okay, welcome guys to our team call on November 19th. I cannot believe it's November 19th. That is absolutely insane. We have a couple huge announcements. First and foremost, Larissa is brand new freaking coach on the call. So we're super pumped to have her here. And I'm super excited to have Sarah speaking for us tonight, sharing all about her coaching journey and how she has legitimately stayed killing it this entire year, and her mindset. So we are going to hear from her. A few things that I wanted to chit chat about as I get the hair out of my face is that just announced an hour ago, we are doing a flash sale tomorrow so it starts at noon Saskatchewan time. I guess that's Central Time. So starts at noon tomorrow, ends at noon on Wednesday. Whoever purchases a package and the coach discount and stuff like that, Cassidy and I are going to be giving away an Amazon gift card. So that's super cool. So not only are people going to be like getting packages at ridiculous sale prices, and you guys getting Success Club points, and then you guys getting coaches, your people will also be getting a chance to win gift cards as well. So this is the most insane. I was talking to Cassidy today how much I wish we had these flash sales when I started out as a coach, because we didn't. And like, we laid it out super easy for you guys. So there is scripts for you to say exactly things to people, inviting them to the groups. There is social media posts for you guys, and the entire group is ran for you. All you have to do is join the group, invite your people to the group, and then from there you have to just like put them on the welcome post. There's a welcome post when you sign in. You get them to answer, and then starting at noon, we have all the packages rolling out every 15 minutes. When they see a package they want, they're going to tag you with their email address. You do the share cart. Boom, you're welcome. There's your Success Club points. So if every single person does not have at least Success Club 5, I will probably just like shake my head a little bit, because you all can 1000% hit Success Club 5 in a matter of like an hour in that sale. So that is my little nudge. And then, yeah, I could talk forever, but I'm not going to, because I'm super stoked to hear from the beautiful Sarah tonight. So I am so excited. So Sarah, take it away.
Hey guys. I don't have the actual topic or theme tonight. I just want to kind of talk about my journey this year and kind of like all of the ugly parts of it, because that's what our journey is about, is sharing all of the ups and downs. You don't want to just have a highlight reel, because it's not going to be nearly as relatable to people. So as hard as it is, you do have to share all aspects of your life. You don't have to go like to the deep parts, but you want to just be relatable, and people like when other people struggle, so that they don't feel alone. So just a little bit of a background about me, I guess. A year and a half, actually maybe more than that. Actively, I've been a coach since probably this January, and I was not like even close to being active throughout the summer months. I've had kind of like an up and down personal level year. It's been high, low. And honestly, anybody you talk to in this business, I think that that is how everyone's life is. And in general, that's how life is. Oh my God, it's gonna glitch on me. Okay, no, there we go. So I think too, for me, what's happened is I got started on 80-day obsession this year, and I got really into it, started engaging with a lot of people, got really confident in myself, and then a lot of personal stuff came up in my life this spring, and a lot of stuff from like 12 years ago that I put deep down in the closet, didn't want to think about. Everything kind of resurfaced, and I basically didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't have confidence in myself. I kind of jumped back into old habits of eating my feelings, drinking more than I should, and just kind of including myself. So my business did not grow at all over the summer. I've been able to maintain Emerald over the entire year, but I haven't been growing. And what I did this fall is I've just decided that I need to start showing up. I need to stop breaking promises to myself, because I legit, until like the last 2 months, have probably broke every single promise I have ever made myself. And I've just decided that enough is enough. If I really want to showcase these products and share these products, I kind of need to be a little bit of proof of the product, and I don't necessarily want to be in such a yo-yo kind of lifestyle all of the time. So I decided to commit to a program, commit to getting back into my personal development, because like honestly, when people talk about personal development, it is not a fucking joke. Sorry for the language, but it is so important, and it's really going to be the backbone of your business, because if you don't do personal development, you're not inspired, you're not motivated, you're going to have a really hard time posting, you're going to have a really hard time engaging with people, because when you actually jump into your personal development, your mind's growing, your mindset is shifting, and you just feel, I don't know, like you're in a better place, honestly, and you feel like you're comfortable with yourself, and it's so transferable to other people when you're talking to them. And I think that people just really catch on to that energy. So it's really, really important. So that was another thing that I've just started doing. And I've just decided to deal with all of the shit that I've pushed away for a long, long time. Still dealing with it. We all have to deal with it. And I don't know if we ever actually finish dealing with it, but you got to learn how to live with it, I guess, is a way to put it. So that's kind of what I've done. I've just decided to be a little bit more raw with some of my posts, and I'm actually getting a lot more engagement in like the backside. So I'm getting a lot more messages, maybe not necessarily getting like likes and comments, but I'm getting a lot of engagement in actual real conversations with people, which is huge. And I maybe am focusing a little bit too much on just building relationships instead of necessarily getting kind of like the sale going on. But I'll be 100% honest, right now I'm getting confident in myself again. I'm trying to get comfortable and just really talking to people, and I don't want to be salesy. I want to share my experience, share my journey, and I just want to be like authentically me. So that's kind of what I've been working on. The biggest thing lately that I've been trying to get over is to stop making diamond and stop making all of your rank advancements so big and scary and ugly, because it's not. It really, honest to God, is not. It's a simple movement forward in your business. That's all it is. And what I've kind of been thinking about is scarier is in 10 years, I still have to wake up at 4 in the morning to go work at PCS, which is a job I don't enjoy, and to be a laborer for the rest of my life shoveling. That is so much scarier than just trying to talk to people. And I need to change that mindset, and I need to always be thinking about your why, or about my why, and about how, like, you know, my story can relate to other people. Other people don't want to wake up to their job in 5 years. They want to wake up to a job that they actually enjoy and that they love. So the scarier thing is seeing exactly where I am. It honestly is. And that's, I think, a mindset shift that you need to try and switch and change. And it's not that rank advancement. So one really cool thing that I've kind of been thinking about, because I've jumped back into 2B mindset, and it's been working hella good for me. Feeling so much better than I have like ever. But I think like a lot of the principles in 2B mindset are actually like basically what we do as coaches, and that is so cool, because what Alana does is she simplifies things, and she just makes it so easy to remember. Oh, I can't stop laughing. Bernie kisses. He's so cute. But she makes it super easy, and I don't know if every single one of you guys have kind of like dealt with 2B mindset or kind of dove into it. But if you haven't, I totally recommend it, because I really do think it's an awesome tool to share with people, because I really think that it's so helpful to any person. But one thing that like she stresses all the time is to focus on only losing 2 pounds at a time. So why don't we just focus on gaining 2 coaches at a time? Instead of looking at your diamond map, which don't get me wrong, you do have to look at it. You do have to know where you need to go. But instead of focusing on all of a sudden, oh my God, I need like 8 coaches, 2 emeralds, like holy shit, or is it 6 coaches? I don't even know. Is that horrible? Kind of. Anyway, just focus. Okay, it is 8. Awesome. Just focus on getting 2 coaches at a time. That's it. Keep it small, and then you can have like a little chart even where you check off 2 coaches this week, 2 coaches the next week, or maybe you got 1 coach a week, but just focus on 2 coaches at a time instead of focusing on such a big, overwhelming number, because I think sometimes what happens is when you do that, you get overwhelmed and you just shut down. Like that's exactly what I do when I get a little bit too stressed out or something seems overwhelming. I just give up basically. So break it down, 2 coaches at a time. Another thing that she always says is water first. So basically, do your vitals first. And that's kind of what I was talking about with the PD earlier. If you always do your vitals first, that means that you are committed to a workout program. You're actually being proof that the workout programs work, and you're not. Make sure you're sharing on your Insta stories or that you're showing somewhere on there little snippets of your workouts. I think people really do enjoy watching that and seeing that you are legit doing it. But be doing your workout, make sure that you are actually connecting and engaging with people. And that new tracker is honestly awesome because it's not as scary as the other one. It's legit just like commenting and messaging people and kind of like throwing out love bombs, but just actually making like real, genuine connections with people. And then for sure, like your Shakeology and using any supplements. If you choose to use the performance line, I think it is bomb. It's amazing, but share it. Share it in your stories. Stories are such a freaking amazing way to share without being annoying. Like, I think sometimes, like if you posted an actual picture on Instagram or Facebook of your shake every single day, people are like, okay, that's boring. But like when you throw it into your stories, people like it and it's not nearly as boring, and then they just think it's cool. And even if they're just tapping past it every day, they're still seeing it and they're still realizing that, hey, she drinks her shake every single day. And then they make the connection like when they start to see your results. Okay, so that's like what she's doing every single day. Maybe I can incorporate that into my lifestyle and then I can get some results too. You'd be super surprised at what people can remember about your stories. And yeah, like I said, personal development. If you're not you're not taking care of your own mind, you're not going to have the energy to talk to other people or to engage with other people. It is just seriously beyond important. And anytime I have struggled or stopped talking to people, it's because I legit am not reading. I'm not listening to podcasts. And then I start noticing that I'm kind of just going into that downward spiral all over again. And it doesn't mean that you have to read for an hour a day or half an hour a day, but you can, honest to God, like you're lying if you say that you don't have 10 to 15 minutes of reading, right? It's just making it up an excuse. Trust me, I did it for how long? I have just started to finally get in the habit of waking up a little bit earlier and actually reading that 10 to 15 minutes, and then on days off, trying to read a little bit more. When you're driving or doing laundry or whatever it is, check on some podcasts or some YouTube videos. Daily inspiration on YouTube is such an amazing one, and like super short little videos that can get you super pumped up and also get your challengers really pumped up. And it gives them like a little tidbit of what personal development can be. So that's super important. So yeah, to recap kind of on that, water first is like doing your vitals first. Super freaking important every day, always. And when she always talks about like veggies most, honestly, that means connect the most. If you're not connecting with people and you're not growing relationships, you'll never grow your business. So it doesn't have to be like a flat out invite, but it has to be connecting with people. You have to be engaging. That's what this is all about. If you're not connecting with people and creating relationships, you're just going to be a salesperson and you're just going to have a one-time sale. You're not going to build relationships that get people getting Shakeology on Home Direct. You're not going to get people who want to try new workout programs with you, and you're not going to get people who want to keep diving into challenge groups with you. You really have to build that relationship and that connection. And that's definitely something that I have struggled with, and that's why I'm trying to put the focus on that, because I don't want one-time customers. I want people to be in my tribe, and I want them to stay with me and kind of do this journey with me, right? Like, you don't want people just jumping in for 30 days and like, okay, peace, that was good. Like, you want lifers, and that's where you're going to get coaches from as well. And, you know, regardless if it just starts out as a discount coaches can grow into like full-time coaches. Honest to God, I think most of us all start out for the discount because it's so freaking awesome. It saves you a ton of money. And then all of a sudden you get a taste of what this is really all about, and it's exciting. So, yeah. Oh, this one's actually really cool. She talks about plating it a lot. So that's just basically having a plate. How much of that plate is going to be like veggies, carbs, protein, whatever. That's exactly like your power hour. And it's so freaking important because you have to prioritize your power hour. And this is where I've sucked so bad, but I have to work on it, and I am working on it. And your daily tracker will help you work on it and help you stay on track. Because if you're doing your power hour, but you're actually scrolling for an hour, that's like eating a loaf of bread, right? It's not going to do it. It's not going to be any good for you. So you really want to focus on making sure that you're spending your time during that power hour on your business activities that are going to actually move you forward, and that you're not overdoing it, that you're not taking it half an hour to send out 5 invites. That you should be a little bit quicker and, you know, just being efficient with your time. We're all busy. We all have active lives. So if you want to kind of make this start working for you, you have to actually work your business when you say you're going to work your business. We all get caught up in scrolling. That screen time report, if you have an iPhone, like, mind blowing. What the heck do you do with your time when you actually see how much time you spend on your phone? And when you actually see that and relate that to where you're sitting at for a success club or something like that, huge slap in the face. For me, it was 100%. Like, that's just being honest. You know, it definitely correlates, or I guess that's not really the word, but it definitely like represents what you do with your time. And there's no denying it when you get that report. It's a legit report. So that kind of goes into the next thing is like, you know, when you're at a grocery store and they always say you should be at the outside of the aisle all the time, and like the inside of the aisle is where kind of like there's a lot of shit that you probably shouldn't be necessarily eating. You might need to go in there for a couple things, but like in and out kind of deal. Stick to the outside of the aisle. That's what your power hour should be. Scrolling is the middle aisles, 100%. Scrolling is where like you need to do it a little bit because you do want to engage on some posts and stuff, but it has to be purposeful. So it has to be like you're going in and you're getting your spices or you're getting your dressing, and then get back out, get away from the Pop-Tarts as quick as you can because you don't want to get sucked into that. So I hope that that's kind of like a good analogy, or a couple of analogies. They're just like little things that have been kind of helping me and breaking it down, just to not make this such a scary big ordeal, because it's legit not. When you honestly like think about it, it is easy. We make it hard, but it's actually not that hard. It's the same thing, like if you can go and you can work out in the evening or wake up early and work out, like that's not easy. Like that's hard too, but you do it because you have goals and you respect those goals and you don't want to break that promise to yourself. So you kind of need to do the same thing with your business. And a lot of the stuff I'm saying to you guys right now, I'm 100% saying to myself as well. I am no amazing person by any means. I'm just trying to get myself together, and I'm just sharing some of the stuff that I've been trying to kind of incorporate into my life and some of the stuff that's been helping me lately. Because like I said, I'm finally feeling like I'm kind of coming into myself. I'm comfortable with myself, and I just feel like I'm finally getting the positive engagement on my posts that I've been really craving. So just be yourself, honestly, be comfortable with yourself, and go and dig through the closet and deal with all of that shit so that you can learn to be comfortable with yourself, because it's so much easier, honestly. It's so much easier to show up on here, and it's so much easier to talk to people when you're just comfortable with yourself. So I think I felt like I talked like a mile a minute there.
You absolutely crushed it. And you guys, like, there's so many takeaways, but I think the one that stands out the most is how relatable 2B mindset is towards coaching. And if you didn't know, they've probably done that for a reason. And also, like Sarah said, this job is so freaking easy, you guys. Like, it's legitimately working out and inviting people to do the exact same thing. And that's something that is so incredible and so easy. And I mean, check off the stuff on the business activity tracker. And that's something that I have despised my entire time of being a coach, is the business activity tracker. I wanted to refuse the fact that it worked to begin with. Then I wanted to refuse the fact that if I consistently did it, my business would change. And then I tried making my own. And honestly, you guys, I have gone about 5 weeks now, I think, with the new tracker. And like Sarah said, it's incredible. And they broke it down so easy and so unintimidating. And they've really nailed it down to a science. And if you guys honestly commit to the brand new business activity tracker, the Success Club system, they call it now. This is in our team page. And if you guys follow this every single day until like the 21st of December, so for the next like 4 or 5 weeks, your business in January will explode. And that's something with this business that you guys, I find, especially with new coaches or coaches who are getting back into things, they're like, hey, I started posting today, but nobody's responding, so I should just quit. And it's like, no, it's the compound effect of you showing up every single day. Like, people have legitimately told me that they have been waiting for me to quit. And then they're like, shit, you're still here 2 years later. Like, it's hilarious. And so many people have said that. And showing up, being your guys' self, that is so impactful. And just checking off the little boxes, doing your workout, share something with your daily life. Like, y'all have pets and boyfriends and things that are entertaining. And yeah, Sarah, you absolutely crushed it. And I loved how easy the business is. Like, I think everybody can, from hearing that, you can relate and realize that this business isn't overwhelming and scary. That's our mindset. And that comes from us probably not doing personal development or probably not doing our workouts, right? But the minute that you guys get into the personal development, get into your workouts, that's when the job becomes easy, because you're excited, you're happy, and you want to share about this because you're like, oh my God, I feel so amazing. That's why. So yeah, does anyone have any questions for Sarah, whether it's like staying Emerald, hitting Success Club, or any questions for anything?
One thing that actually really helped me too, I just want to say one more thing I forgot to say. Shay told me this in Indianapolis, actually, that she really doesn't follow like any other coaches. That's a big one. It's so easy to get caught up in watching all these other coaches' stories and like you don't even, you just end up mimicking them, and you really like lose your own tone on your page and everything. And when I started like unfollowing a lot of coaches and just like, honestly, God, it's a waste of time when you follow a lot of their stories and stuff. Like, you can't really relate to a lot of those top coaches because they're in a different place. I think it's really cool to just have some girls on the team and kind of follow them or just check in on their pages often. But it's so easy to get caught up in someone else's journey, and you don't even mean to, but you'll start to kind of copycat them, and then you kind of lose your authentic self. So really just focus on yourself. It's all going to be up and down. It's going to be ugly probably 80% of the time, but people love that shit. So sorry, I have such a bad mouth. I'm sorry.
Taryn, we just keep on dropping like all the swear words, and she's like holding her daughter's ears. She's like, man, whatever.
I'm horrible for that.
Look who's talking, like, and basically our entire team. Let's be realistic, everybody.
I don't think I dropped an F-bomb, so.
No, I think we're crushing it. So I completely agree 1 billion %. The rule when you start out as a coach, you guys, is when I started out in the new coach training, it said follow top coaches on social media for, they said, 2 months. That way you can see how consistently they show up. And then you can kind of get ideas and stuff like that. But after that 2 months, delete everybody. And honestly, like, you really don't need to. If you follow the business activity tracker, you know exactly what to post. You guys, same thing. Like, I honestly don't follow like half the people on our team. And it's not because I don't love you. It's because I get caught up in comparison. Same thing with Marie. Her and I, we are best friends. We call each other literally 2 times a day. But her and I can't follow each other, but we go and creep each other's Instagrams like once or twice a week. And then we just get like a bunch of love bombs and comments on each other's posts because of it. But that's so we don't compare, we don't copy, and we're able to grow into our own vibe, our own people. And that's something I struggled with for the longest time, was trying to figure out who the heck Brittany was. And that's something that's going to come through personal development, but it's also going to come from trying. And that's what you guys need to know as well, is putting yourself out there is something that you guys need to know. Shay, when my page and Sam's page and your page were all looked identical, it was insane. There was honestly like 10 of us who had the exact same Instagram page and posts, and it was insane. So the only time you guys are allowed to post the same stuff is when I post it. Sam's popping up. She's like, I remember when y'all copied. So I made a post today. It's on my Facebook. I think it's in our team page too. It says, hey, who wants an Amazon gift card? Please go and copy that and post that on your own thing. That is the one and only post that you may copy. But get ideas and inspiration. This job isn't to recreate the wheel every single day. This is about duplication, replication, and getting ideas and helping. So obviously I get ideas from top coaches and coaches that I aspire to be to, and other people. Like, you can only post so much on a before and after photo or invited to a challenge group, but where you guys get the posts from is your personal development. So when you're sitting at home staring at your phone and you're trying to figure out, what the heck do I post? How do I post this? What do I say? It's because of personal development. And you guys probably are the same, but you guys get messages, how are you so inspirational? I could never be as motivational as you. And I'm like, dude, I literally just copied page 65 out of that book and wrote it in my own words. And they're like, you're a genius. And I'm like, nah, that's Brene Brown. Like, that's Shaun T. Like, people think I'm a motivational speaker. Like, that's Les Mills. Sorry. Like, but when you guys surround yourself with these people, that is who it is. Shay's killing herself laughing. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. Because I'm like, hey guys, this is really me. I'm burning bean bags in my oven. Like, let's be realistic. I guess I have some strengths and a lot of weaknesses. But grab ideas from places. Use your personal development to fuel you. And guys, I've always struggled with this. In the last 2 years of my business, honestly, like, I finally have found what's working, and what that is filling my cup before I send a single message or check a single social media post. And everybody used to say this since the day I became a coach, is fill your cup first. And I was like, yeah, whatever, you do you, boo. But I've actually learned that that's the thing. And that's literally why I wake up at like 5:30 in the morning to nobody is on social media or can text me, but I have my phone on do not disturb. I don't have a single notification on my phone. so it doesn't pop up on me. But I don't look at my phone until I have done my 5-minute gratitude journal. I have journaled, and I have read at least 15 minutes. And until I've done those 3 things, I will not look at my phone. And that's something like has been such a game changer because I'm able to get through that stuff. And something that the girls who came out for the retreat when we went to Marie's meditation thing that I learned, and has been something super powerful for me for there's a lot of fours and F's in that sentence, but something that has really helped was journaling in the morning. So she always talked about journaling before meditation, and she knows I haven't been really doing my meditation lately, but what I have been very, very strict with since September is as soon as I wake up and after my gratitude journal and before I read, I sit and journal. And the reason it might take me 5 minutes to brain dump, it might take me an hour to brain dump. And either I had a crazy dream about something that has happened that I really need to get out of my head, or I have 1,000 things. Like today, my to-do list was 3 pages long because I got so many ideas. And I just needed to brain dump all of that before I could read. And that was something that she taught us in the meditation is brain dump before you meditate, and your mind will be quieter, because I can open a book and I'm reading, but I'm really just thinking of my to-do list. So that's kind of my biggest thing, you guys, is before you start reading, just have your journal right under your book or above your book and spend like 30 seconds, or maybe you do need that 15 minutes to journal everything out. And that is going to help you figure out what the heck is happening up here. It's going to help you figure out what that dream meant. And it's going to help you get your to-do list figured out for the day. And then your mind is going to be clear for that 10 or 15 minute timer to get your personal development done. And then you're feeling full and ready to crush your day. So I know for myself, that has been such a freaking game changer. And the days that I don't do those 3 things, my day is outrageous. Like I was running around with my head chopped off one day, and like literally Marie texted me and she's like, did you do your morning routine? And I was like, no. She's like, okay, do that and then we'll talk. And like, that's she just knows me, but that has been something how it's been so fundamental in my journey now. So if you guys want to take it, leave it, try it for a week, try it for 2 weeks, see how that does. But the personal development thing, guys, that's massive. That's everything in this business, is learning to love yourself, learning who you are. I think that's one thing with personal development, and Sarah touched on that as well, is you figure out who you are with personal development, and you figure out how to sit and be with yourself. And that's one thing that I kind of knew about, but then when I read You Are a Badass, like my second personal development book, I can still remember sitting on my dock and just having these like light bulb moments of like, oh my God, this is who I am, and this is what I'm meant to do, and this is my true self. And that's been something that's been super, super powerful. And I hope you guys kind of take that into account. But that was a ramble. But yeah, I think that's that. An update on life. We are 3 coaches away from hitting 4-star. Just tossing that out there. I may have cried today because I got so freaking excited. Like, we are like this close. This freaking close. It's amazing. And I'm so excited and so pumped and so proud of you guys. And yeah, we have this flash sale that is starting tomorrow at noon. So it gives you guys time tonight to send out invites. So before you go to bed, please, please, please send out like 20 invites to either people in your challenge groups, your friends, your family, people you've already talked to, anyone and everyone. Send them a message. If you can, go and watch that live video I did today about the like how to hit elite or something like that I called it, like our game plan, because it was like it's my plan of attack that I have written down. I guess I could just read it, but go watch that video. It's how I'm talking to my Beachbody On Demand customers, how I'm talking to my challengers who are currently in my challenge groups, how I'm reaching out to my inactive coaches, and non-customers. So people who have been watching me, like, so those people who are watching your Insta stories or liking your pictures and stuff like that, be like, hey, do you want a deal? And people get excited about it. So that is my deepest wish for you all, is to go watch that video, and to go watch the video, send out some invites tonight, get as many people in that group as humanly possible, and freaking crush it, because we're like 32 seconds away. Oh, we got a smile.
Yeah. I actually almost can't wait. Yeah. There you go.
Love it. Okay. I am so freaking proud of you, Sarah. That was an incredible call. I love it. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited to see where you and your team, also a huge shout out. She made her very first team page today, or yesterday, sorry. So huge congratulations for her to doing that.
The new coaches, if you don't have a team page, probably aren't going to get any coaches.
Yeah, that was a little fun fact we realized. We were going through kind of Sarah's life, and by the end of our call yesterday, we realized that she didn't have a team page, and that was probably why she wasn't inviting to coaching. She had nowhere to put people. So if you're a brand new coach, Taryn, Larissa, make yourself a team page. Yeah. Larissa's already jacked about it. Guys, honestly, my very first team page I made on my first day, because I said make a team page. So I made a team page, and it was me and my mom. It was awesome. And she liked everything I posted, which was great. So add whoever you need into. You do not need a name. Morgan Rieger was a 3-time elite coach. So like top 50 coach in the entire business. She's our upline for you guys who don't know. And she was called Morgan Rieger's team for like 3 out of 5 years of being a coach. Now she's changed it to Team Limitless, but she would be recognized on stage as Morgan Rieger's team. So do not stress about team names. They really mean absolutely nothing. What matters is you guys hitting Success Club 5 this month. So that's helping 3 people with a challenge pack, and getting to Emerald. That's all that matters this month. And then in the new year, we can talk about like exploding the rest. But if you guys have any questions, toss them in the team page. I'm going to be working probably until like 10:30, because apparently I don't sleep at night anymore, and I'm just so freaking excited and want to lock in those coaches. So let's freaking do this. I'm proud of you guys. And any questions, toss them in the team page, send me a message. Proud of you guys. Have an awesome night, and let's go crush this elite goal. Okay, bye guys.